Yo, what's up, y'all? So we're doing something a little bit different today. I was actually in the middle of trying to record a video of my top 5 video games of all time, like an updated version of it. But I got so caught up. Okay, it all started. I started talking about Doom, and then I started thinking about shooters, and immediately I jumped to Call of Duty Black Ops 1, the original. And I was just thinking about how iconic and how impactful that game was for me. So I'm just going to make a video talking about Call of Duty, the original Black Ops, and kind of my history with the series. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to original Xbox. You know, me, my brother, and one of our cousins, we really loved Halo. Halo 2 specifically. We was playing the hell out of some Halo 2, man. We loved Halo 2. It was the game. And we were excited to play Halo 3 when that came out. And Halo was just one of those shooters like everybody gravitated to. You know, it was the game. It was the business, man. Like that was the game right there. Halo, man. Back in the day, everybody loved Halo. It was unstoppable, an unstoppable force. Nobody could compete. And I remember my older brother who had a PlayStation 3 at the time. Um, I'm trying to remember. I don't think we even had a 360. I think we were still on the original Xbox playing Halo 2. But he got this game called Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And I remember going over his house and playing it for a little bit. And it had a sprint button. And I'm like, you know what? I like the sprint button because it's like, dude, you know, Halo, you're moving super duper slow. It didn't have a sprint button. And after playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I was like, damn, you know what? I think I went back to playing Halo and it was just weird because there was no sprint button. And now I'm moving all slow. That one thing just really changed the game. That was a game changer. And before I knew it, Halo was on its way up out of here. You know, now everybody was talking about Call of Duty. Okay? And we didn't get Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. We got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which this was a hit. This was a hit. I loved Modern Warfare 2. Me and my brothers and my cousins, we all loved Modern Warfare 2. Okay? They had a throwing knife. You could throw this knife, and if it hit somebody, they're dead on impact. How cool is that? You know what I mean? I think y'all, this may sound like a simple, basic feature, but back then, that was like the coolest thing ever. You got a throwing knife, you throw it at somebody, and they die if it hits them, but it's really, like, you got to be really good. Like, your aim got to be precise, especially if it's a moving target and you hit them and you do a 360. You know, I get excited just talking about it because it was just, man, just great memories of doing 360 throwing knives and, you know, people doing quick scoping. You know, what do you call it? I forget what you call it. Not no scope, but what is it? The silent scope? Quick scope? I never got into that because I never did that stuff, but I was around people that did. So, you know, my little brother Jen, he could tell you all about that. You know, I wish I had him here. We could talk about it and just kind of reminisce. But man, there was just so many things that made that game fun. The maps, the online, man. You know, talk about an online experience that was fun. These Call of Duty games, that's the main thing that stands out. Is you're in the lobby and everybody's talking stuff, everybody's talking mess, and it's just nothing like it. It's nothing like it. And it really bothers me that parties and stuff were invented, which kind of separated us all from smack talk. We used to love being in the lobby smack talking, man. It was just fun. Um, but look, as much as I've talked and really reminisced and expressed how happy Modern Warfare 2 made me, Black Ops even took it to the next level. I remember playing Modern Warfare 2 and thinking like it's going to be hard for them to top this. Like I don't think they're going to top Modern Warfare 2. Little did I know, when Black Ops 1 came out, it was bigger. To me, it was like an even better experience than Modern Warfare 2 was. And I think part of the reason is because I was there from the beginning. Modern Warfare 2, I think I was like, I hopped on board halfway through its life. Like, it had came out already and then I got it later. But Black Ops, I was there day one when it dropped. And we were all calling it lag ops because it was lagging like crazy. But when it didn't lag, and in the zombies mode was off the chain. Because I didn't play World at War. I'd only ever played Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops 1. So we started playing zombies mode. You got this map called Kino. We run in circles. Man, it was just nothing like it, bro. And the online multiplayer in itself was a hit, like just all around the board. I think this was one of the Call of Duties where back then I was still playing the campaigns. So the campaign was good. Zombies was good. The online multiplayer was good. They had Dead Ops Arcade. I don't want to say that was good, but that was there. You could break out of the seat in the main menu, and it was just so feature rich, a feature heavy game. And one of my favorite parts, emblems. The fact that you could make an emblem of whatever you wanted to was the sickest thing ever. Now, Modern Warfare 2 was cool because you could unlock emblems and titles. I always thought that was a cool feature. But you let me create my own emblem? Now, I mean, we all know what people were making. It was a lot of dick art, a lot of racist art, swastikas and stuff like that. But that's not what we were there for. We were there for the anime emblems and cool, artistic, creative emblems. I remember I made a Japanese PSN account, and it let me get into Japanese lobbies for Call of Duty. And I noticed that they had some of the coolest looking emblems you could find, like you couldn't find on YouTube. You would have these guys making videos on YouTube like, oh, here, this is how you make a Spider-Man emblem. Hey, this is how you make a Superman emblem. Hey, this is how you make a Naruto emblem. And it was like, okay, really simple, basic. But you would get in these Japanese lobbies. It's like, I don't think you got a tutorial for this one. How did he even make that? You were only allowed to have like 12 layers, if I remember correctly. And you've only got a limited number of shapes and, squares and circles and stuff that you can use to make these emblems. And it was just cool to see what everybody came up with, man. It was really addictive. Like, I'm one of those people who, I love customization. I love kind of standing out and expressing my individuality through the video game. And by them giving us the opportunity to make our own emblems, when you saw me online, you know it was me, because ain't nobody else have the emblems that I had. Like, I remember I used to have like basically I used to make like a shadow figure of a samurai, because we got the samurai armor. So you would have like a samurai hat on, and then he would have like a chainsaw or something like that. I don't know. It was a bunch of stuff that I thought was cool looking at the time. And man, what a blast. I mean, we talking tomahawks. I could really talk about this game for probably about an hour. I don't want to bore y'all too much with that, but let me just think of some of the standout moments. So, Call of Duty Black Ops, the original, they had the ballistic knife. And as you know, you had a combat record on Call of Duty Black Ops. So we could see what your favorite weapon was if we clicked on your account. That's another thing that I missed. They got rid of that over the years, I think. But if you clicked on my account, you would see that my favorite weapon was the ballistic knife. And I had like 20-something thousand kills. It might have been more than that. I can't remember the number exactly. But at the time, there was a guy on YouTube named Only Use Me Blade. And I remember looking up to see what his stats was, like to see if I had more kills than him. And I did have more kills than him. I don't think anybody was touching me. My combat record is still, I think, unmatched when it comes to Black Ops and the ballistic knife, because I was a maniac, bro. I mean, I'm out there just, shooting these ballistic knives, and I'm throwing these tomahawks. I made so many different accounts when it came to Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I tried to do an account where I only used tomahawks, but I couldn't get the tomahawk as my favorite weapon. I see that wasn't something that you could do. I was like, damn. So that was a bummer. But it was just cool to experiment and see some of the things that you could do with the combat record, with the emblem system. Um, just, man, when I think back to that game, it's the best Call of Duty for me. Black Ops 1, best Call of Duty. Um, just so many memories with family and friends. The zombies mode was so fun. There were glitches that you could do to get out of the map on the zombies. Like, yeah, I don't really know where I want to go with this. I just really felt like talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 1. So, I guess I'll end it here. Y'all enjoy your holidays, all right? Peace.